Eureka have dropped their July announcements, and it is a strange one. We've got 50s creature chaos, we've got dark Eastern European fantasy films, and a slice of film history just to top this off. But the real question is, are any of these titles worth picking up? Let's break it down together. First up, we have Beasts Unleashed, which is pure drive-in madness. The kind of films that probably feel like they shouldn't work, that feel very dated. If you're a fan of that atomic monster age, I think there could be something here. Now let's dive in and have a look at them. So we have got The Beast with a Million Eyes, produced and possibly directed by legendary filmmaker Roger Corman, which follows a family living on an isolated ranch in the California desert. After an unidentified flying object crash lands somewhere near their farm, animals and people begin acting strangely, leading to a confrontation with a threat not of this planet. From a story by legendary special effects artist Willis O'Brien, The Beast of Hollow Mountain sees a cowboy living in Mexico discover that his cattle are being eaten by prehistoric monsters. These two films together on this release recall an era of double bills, drive-ins, and delirious monster mayhem. Now, this is a double bill of creature feature films, The Beast with a Million Eyes and The Beast of Hollow Mountain, which are both landing on Blu-ray for the first time in the UK. They have a limited edition O-card. We've got a limited edition booklet, reversible inner sleeve featuring original poster artwork for both films, 1080p HD presentations on Blu-ray, English mono audio, optional English subtitles. We have Terror from Beyond the Stars, a new interview with science fiction expert Mark Bold on The Beast with a Million Eyes and alien invasion cinema in the 50s. When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth, new interview with critic Kim Newman on The Beast of Hollow Mountain and the resurgence of dinosaur films in the 50s, including original theatrical trailers. This is a kind of release that really leaned into that classic B-movie energy. It's low budgets, big ideas, and hopefully a lot of charm. I particularly love these kind of creature films. There's something comforting about them. They're never the most amazing films, but they're competent. They give you maybe 80 minutes of a hero trying to fight against some kind of insurmountable enemy, which is always kind of fun. But these are not for everyone. If you love old school sci-fi films, it's probably a no-brainer. But if you're looking for something more polished, this might not be the release for you. Check the trailers. This might not be the place to dip your toe into these kind of films, as there are bigger, better ones out there. Next up, we have what might be one of the most interesting and possibly strangest box set Eureka's have put out in a while. We know they've got the relationship with DEFA. We know we've had several box sets already, and they've all been really fun, rewarding, and interesting in their own way. Next up, we have Into the Forest, Folktales at DEFA, a collection of East German fairy tales from 1955 to 1977, all brought together in one crazed box set. Now, I have seen one of these films and it is really good. The Singing Ringing Tree, I've got a review on my channel from many years ago, before I got used to the YouTube thing, so don't judge. Okay, so what do we have here? In The Devil from Mill Mountain, a greedy miller attracts the ire of forest spirits when he and his accomplices disguise themselves as demons to burn down a rival mill. In The Singing Ringing Tree, a young prince must find a legendary tree to win the heart of an icy princess, and risks being transformed into a bear if she fails to fall in love with him. Rumpelstiltskin follows a young woman whose boastful father claims she can spin straw into gold, leading her to make an ill-advised pact with a magical imp. Then, in the eponymous Little Red Riding Hood, she sets off to see her sick grandmother, relying on her friends, the rabbit and the bear, to help evade the cunning fox and the big bad wolf. Finally, the devil's 3 golden hairs sees an unfortunate young man tasked with travelling into hell to retrieve 3 golden hairs from the devil himself. These films, and I'm taking it from the trailers that I've seen and from actually seeing one of them before, are vibrant. They're full of great visuals. They are very creative. They're also very dark and can lead into adult thematics throughout it as well. This box set is limited to 2,000 copies. It has a hardbound slipcase, a limited edition 60-page collector's book. It has reversible inner sleeves featuring new artwork from each film. We have 1080p HD presentations of all 5 films from restorations by the DEFA Foundation, original German soundtracks, English soundtracks for The Singing Ringing Tree and The Devil's 3 Golden Hairs, optional English subtitles newly translated for this release. We have a new audio commentary on The Devil from Mill Mountain by Michael Brook, and a new commentary on Rumpelstiltskin by Sam Goff. Fairy Tales and Nightmares, new interview with writer, broadcaster, and 14 Times columnist Bob Fisher. DEFA and the Devil, a new video essay on the depiction of the devil in Folktales from the Brothers Grimm to DEFA by film and literary scholar Mary Going. The Magic Scissors is a short silhouette animation. Sleeping Beauty was a beautiful child is a short puppet animation. And The Wolf and 7 Little Goats is a short cutout animation. This looks exciting. I am interested in world cinema. I'm interested in what I have seen with DEFA, from their shock and awe sets to the sci-fi sets to the kind of murder mystery set that's come out. The individual films have all been really interesting, and it's an untapped market that really starts to be showing a lot of good things. This is really kind of interesting for me. It doesn't so much feel like a must-watch, but a curiosity. I know that this could be a set where there are multiple hidden gems here, some really amazing, great films just waiting to be discovered and talked about. This is one of those sets where I feel really excited about the possibilities that I can get diving into it. If you're into discovering something completely different, this could be one of the most rewarding releases of the month. And honestly, just having seen one and the trailers, it's super exciting. The Singing Ringing Tree was all kinds of weird, wacky, and just strange children's films that I think I've ever seen. Yeah, I'd be excited for this one. Our next release is pure film history, but the question is how many people are going to be checking this out? It is the 3rd segment of a long-standing series that they've been doing, which I really enjoy, and that is Laurel and Hardy, The Silent Years 1929, the 3rd release similar to this, where we have followed Laurel and Hardy through their careers, starting to build the characters that they would go on to make them superstars. And these are all restored in 2K as well. So let's see what we have. This collection brings together the silent Laurel and Hardy shorts produced by the boys in 1929 as they reached new levels of fame and success. Liberty casts Stan and Ollie as fugitives on the run. In Wrong Again, the boys try to claim a reward by returning a lost horse to a bewildered millionaire seeking a stolen painting. That's My Wife sees Ollie forced to choose between Stan and his spouse. In Big Business, the boys go from door to door selling Christmas trees. And Unaccustomed as We Are, Ollie invites Stan over for dinner and attracts the ire of Mrs. Hardy. Double Whoopie sees the boys take jobs at a fancy hotel. Birthmarks has them cause chaos on a sleeper train. Bacon Grabbers, Stan and Ollie are bailiffs tasked with recovering a radio. And finally, in Angora Love, they try to conceal a goat that has become very, very attached to them. Yeah, I mean, I don't know any of these shorts. They don't ring a bell, but I am excited to check them out. We have a limited edition Okar slipcase, a limited edition collector's booklet featuring new writing, We have 1080 HD presentations on Blu-ray from 2K restorations of all the short films. We have a variety of scores on these releases. We have new audio commentaries on all the films from various people like Chris Seguin, David Callett, Neil Brand, Glenn Mitchell. There's a new documentary by David Cairns and Fiona Watson, alternate music scores, unaccustomed as we are alternate sound version, alternate dubbed version of Double Whoopee, 1929 sound shorts, They Go Boom and The House Go, the Hollywood Review of 1929, Crazy Heights, Super 8 version of Liberty, and Super 8 versions of Big Business, Double Whoopee, and Angora Love, and a still gallery, pretty rammed with extras. I'm interested in this because where we kind of left them in the previous set, this feels like this is where they're really starting to build the partnership. The partnership is really going to start to take shape. So from a history perspective, it's a big release. We are seeing the fully fledged Laurel and Hardy that we've come to know and love. I am excited to get there. I've enjoyed the 2 previous sets, and this one I will love as well. If you are into classic cinema, this is essential, but for the more modern viewers, it could be a tougher sell. The silent films can be so rewarding and so surprising. They're not technically inefficient. They don't have the flashy CGI that's all today. It's all about story. It's all about structure and how they put it across. It's wonderfully laced up. I feel like when I sit down to watch a silent film, I'm engrossed by the performances, by the story, by the technical abilities that are there. They're surprising, they're timeless, absolutely worth your time. Okay, so that's the 3 releases this month, but what is actually worth your money? For me, I'd say the most interesting of all of the releases has to be the DEFA set. For me, it just screams hidden gems. There's something there that I know I'm going to love, and I can't wait to delve into that brightly coloured, slightly twisted, dark fantasy film. For me, the most fun is probably going to be Beasts Unleashed. They are comfort movies. They're Sunday afternoon films. I don't have anything to do. I don't have anything to care about. I want to stick on something and not think. These are the kind of films that I will just zone out to and enjoy. Are they great rewatches? I don't know. Is it the biggest release I have? No, possibly from completists. And probably the most important release from this month is the Laurel and Hardy set. In terms of film history, it is a real benchmark. It's where these characters are finding their footage. It's where they're becoming the characters that we just absolutely love. And I am all in for that. Is it a strong month? A weak month? What do you think? I think it's a fairly decent one with a good mix of various films. But I want to know about you. What are you picking up this month? Do you think it's a strong lineup from Eureka or a bit of a mixed bag? Let me know in the comments. I'm always curious what people are gravitating towards. I'd like to know your tastes and why do you think that's a release that you need to have in your collection. If you've enjoyed this, I've got more physical media reviews and content coming, including pickups and some deeper dives as well. As always, drop a comment in the comment box below. There's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. I'll see you next time on Man v Film.